So good afternoon, everyone. This is a very exciting session. I see more than 200 people in our webinar now. It's amazing to have all of you here for this interesting session on essential oils. So give me a quick, just type in the comment section. Where do you use essential oils right now? Hi, it's Kiran. Thank you, Kiran. Welcome. So quickly type in the comment section, where do you use essential oils? Do you use it in soaps or creams, or just for a facial oil? Or some people also you consume essential oils for eating. Okay, so there are edible essential oils as well. So welcome, Anita. Welcome, Amrita. All kinds of cosmetics, soaps, essential oils. And also let me know which is your favorite essential oil, especially with respect to soaps. Let me know your favorite essential oil with respect to soaps. Eco-friendly cleaners, great. Jayanti, lavender, yes, everyone loves lavender. I just wanted to bring to your notice that Dr. Shivangi has cultivation of lavender, and their essential oils are amazing. Okay, so since we are on time, let me quickly introduce you. So very warm welcome to all of you here, and especially to a special thanks to Dr. Shivangi for doing this session as an informational series that we are doing for soap makers. Okay, let me give you a quick brief update about her. She has done a lot of work in the past. Now she is a PhD in botany, and her specialization was in medicinal plants and agriculture. Okay, she has been in the teaching faculty for around 9 years. She has worked in the forest for the forest department for a good number of years, and she was also working in South Asia Research Station in Dew Point. And for the last 6 years, she is into cultivation of medicinal plants and essential oil extraction. With her knowledge and expertise, they try to produce the best quality, and they try to extract the best possible ingredient, or you can say composition, in an essential oil. So there is a lot that happens when you're processing and you're manufacturing. So let us bring across Dr. Shivangi. And how many of you are ready to get started? Shall we get started? Shall we give a big welcome to Dr. Shivangi? Just all of you type in the comment section, welcome doctor. Let us know that you're all ready for doctor. Just type in welcome doctor in the chat section. Let me call her on board. Very warm welcome to you. So
Thank you
everyone is ready.
chance to interact with everyone over here, and thank you so much everyone for participating in this session. I hope this will be helpful to all of you to enhance your knowledge for essential oils and its usage in your day-to-day life as well. So let's first let me ask you, what do you know about essential oils, or what is essential oils which you understand? Generally, essential oils which we understand is something which gives aroma around. Or once you open something, a bottle of oil, it should give you a specific aroma that you understand as an essential oil, right? And or a fragrance. Let me clarify that. So, essential oil in a very specific scientific manner, if you understand, it is an oil which is extracted from a plant parts or fungus, bacteria. There are many enzymes which also produce some kind of peculiar aroma. It is an aromatic compound, and generally you will find volatile oil. Why? Because it is in a gaseous form actually, but when we process in temperature, it's termed as an essential oil, okay, which also has some aroma. Once you open the bottle, it evaporates, okay, and that's why you get the aroma. That is the basic science which essential oils work on, right? Now, some scientists doesn't approve it as an oil also because it doesn't have any fats inside it, right? Unsaturated and saturated. Now, how it is different from the fragrance. Okay, the fragrance which you get in the market is of synthetic. Some are those fragrances or the aroma which is from the natural plants or natural process is called as an essential oils, not a fragrance. Okay. Now, essential oils are which you get. It should be in a very concentrated form. Okay. The one which you get in the bottle one is the more it should be. Okay. When you termed is it as a natural, it should be a natural form and the most concentrated form you should get, not the diluted one. Okay. Now, let's see why the plant produce it. Can anybody answer it? Why the plant produce it?
So, guys, I will quickly give you a recap since she is breaking up. So, Dr. Shivangi, if you could go to the previous slide. So, essential oils are basically aromatic compounds, which is basically a liquid. Okay, it's not an oil because it doesn't have any saturated or unsaturated fatty acid components. Some of the scientists and research scientists do not approve it as an oil. It is basically an aromatic component which is in a gaseous form. So when the essential oils are produced, they are compressed so that it due to and the process of making the with the temperature, it is brought down to liquid form. And that's the reason, when you open a bottle of essential oil, after a couple of minutes it all evaporates, so it's quite volatile. Also, if you have an essential oil that which you call as natural, then these natural essential oil have to be in a concentrated form, and that's the main reason you get so many essential oils exclusively in either aluminum bottles or glass jars. Okay, because in plastic the essential oil will absolutely eat away the plastic and react with it. Now, the last point is these essential oils are produced by plants, bacteria, fungus. But why do the plants produce these? Because we know it's extracted. Some oils are extracted from leaf, some from stem, some from flowers. So various different parts of a plant is used to
Hello.
produce the essential oil. So
Hello.
question she is asking is, why do you think that plant produce these components? Why do you think the plants produce these components? Quickly type in your chat section, why do you think they produce these components? It repels insects, its characteristics, a byproduct of a plant. It's more like a byproduct, and other pollination, attract bees, its survival to attract bees.
See, a few are, I'm getting good answers. Like it is a defensive mechanism. Okay, they produce essential oils as a part of their survival and protection against pesticides and prey around it, especially microorganisms like fungus, bacteria, and viruses. Okay. Also, there are some plants, as you know, jasmine, right? Everyone knows about jasmine.
Yes.
So different type of jasmines generally they blossom during the night time, right?
Yes.
And almost all the jasmines are in color, white in color, but they are very fragrant flowers. So they produce them as it is in night. Nocturnal animals, birds will attract for the pollination, but they don't need to be so attractive in color and form. So that's why they are modified themselves into white color, but a very fragrant form, which blossoms during the night time, right? So sources of essential oils are mainly the plants. Okay, the plants which are divided into four major groups. There are many groups, but which has essential oils are higher plants, which you can see around right now, like grasses and trees and herbs and shrubs, right? Second is fungus. There are many fungus which produce aroma when they are within the soil. Okay, and also after coming up out of the soil, there are many fungus like mushrooms also, which gives a specific aroma, and essential oils are produced from that. There are algae and there are gymnosperms. In gymnosperms, you are well aware of about cedar wood, pine oil, right?
Yes.
So that is what we get from all the different plant kingdom. We get essential oils of various for various purposes. It can be medicinal. It can be for skin. It can be therapeutic. It can be for fragrances, food, many industries. Okay, and animals. All of you have heard about musk, right? So that is a few, very few sources from animals because they are not so uh, pleasant. Okay, though they are used for medicinal purposes. Okay. Next slide, if we see extraction procedure. Okay. Now, very briefly, we will see about the extraction procedure of essential oils. See, there are very common extraction procedure all of you must be aware about. That is a distillation process. Okay, that is very economic also, slow processing, so that produces very good quality of oil. In that, there are hydro distillation, steam distillation, and there are many other distillations also. The common are hydro and steam distillation. Now, if you can see the image over here, this is the simplest form of image I have kept for you to understand, especially the newbies. See this round. So this is the burner, or the you can say it is from where the heat comes. Okay, this is the barrel or the utensil where they keep or we have to keep our raw material. Okay, and we have to fill it up with the water. It comes with the different kind of capacities. Now you can see over here, once the heat will come, it will uh, give this water will boil, and along with the material which we have kept, it will form a vapor which will bring water vapor as well as the essential oils within it. Okay, so it will pass through this chamber from this to this column. You can see this glass column. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So it will come, not the outer one,
The inner circular column,
yes,
spiral
in
column.
the inner circular column, right? And two outlets which you can see over here are for the water. Water comes from here and will go out from here. It is the cold water which will channelize throughout the time to condense. This is called as a condenser. Okay, condenser, that means it will condense the vapor into the liquid form. So you can collect the water as well as uh, oil in this beaker. Now you can see this, obviously, as you know, either the oil will float on the surface or it will sink down. Okay, so it is very easy for us to separate the water from the oil. Now you can see over here, this is called as a separating funnel behind it. Okay, this oil and water mixture we have to add in this, and from this you can separate the water. If it is water is, sorry, oil is floating above, you can just take out all the necessary unnecessary of the water and take out the oil later on. Or if you will find the oil below the water, then you can first take out the oil and then you can separate the water above it. Now, there are this is the simplest method, which is called as a hydro distillation. Okay, जहाँ पे steam distillation होता है, where there you will find one more chamber over here, जहाँ पे boiler से steam introduce किया जाता है, and then you will find that the vapor is forming along with the steam.
So that is the only difference, steam and hydrodistillation. Okay. Then there are other methods: CO2 extraction, hydrodiffusion, expressions, and solvent extraction. Now, if you see the solvent extraction, उसमें solvent use करते हैं like benzene and hexane and other things. Okay, तो जब आपको उसमें से oil मिलेगा, when you will find the final amount of oil, you will find little bit traces of this solvents, which is very difficult to remove. Okay, उसके लिए बहुत procedure होता है, and that's why they make oil costlier. CO2 extraction and hydrodiffusions are the current methods which is currently utilized, but they make essential oils very, very costly because the whole method is not economical. Okay. So this is the general method of distillation, hydrodistillation and steam distillation, which is generally now running in all over India commonly. Okay. Next. You can see this image is for field distillation unit, जहाँ पे if you go to the farmer, okay, it is very economical and feasible for farmer to cut their crop and directly infuse it or directly bring it to the unit which is set up in their farms or nearby farms. Okay, so the quality of oil remains better, and yield. Okay, the better word is yield, which of oil remains more than, क्योंकि जितना वो travel time होगा, जितना storage होगा, उतना evaporation rate बढ़ेगा, and the normal raw material will evaporate the essential oil. So yield जो आता है, that will decrease. Okay, so you can see ऐसा पूरा चैम्बर होता है जिसमें रॉ मटेरियल रख के इसमें डालते हैं. This is the glass vessel which you have seen. It is in now steel, right?
So, guys, I hope all of you have clarity on what are the different processes of, essential oil, how essential oil is made. So, steam distillation, hydrodistillation, and there are different ways of extraction, right? So, one question, I think it's in everyone's mind is which method of extraction gives a better quality of product?
General method which is economical also and gives a better quality of oil is hydrodistillation and steam distillation. Okay, steam is better than the hydrodistillation. CO2 extraction में yield बहुत अच्छा आता है, but that method itself a very costly one. So the what you get the oil is of better quality but the costlier one. Is it clear?
Okay, so CO2 extraction gives us better quality, but yield is
Yes.
less, and that's why it's expensive.
Yes.
Okay.
See, in solvent extraction, you will get more yield, but the quality will be a little bit affected due to the solvents which are used in it. Okay. CO2 extraction is much more better than solvent extraction क्योंकि उसमें yield भी ज़्यादा अच्छा रहता है, but there is no traces of CO2. Obviously, it won't be there. Okay. So the quality of oil is very good in it. So simultaneously, but it is not economical. बहुत ही costly oils होते हैं उसमें.
Okay, so one question also I think
Yeah.
everyone has,
Yeah.
can all types of essential oils be extracted from any one particular method, or do different varieties of products uses different method for extraction? Like we know there are in different
Okay.
ingredients used for extraction. You had
Yes.
mentioned a couple of the ingredients. So are the
Yes.
processes also same or are they different?
Generally, majority of the oils are processed with hydro and steam distillation. 99%. There is no such issue with it. So that is a common method which we can use.
Okay, great.
Okay, so that's why it is the most feasible common method. So once farmer sees the economical way, अगर उसके फार्म में 10 टाइप के क्रॉप लगाए हैं, वो 10 क्रॉप के लिए एक ही मशीन यूज हो जाए, that will be better for them, right?
Okay, great.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, laboratories हैं, बड़ी factories हैं, उसमें अलग-अलग उनके yield और economics के हिसाब से they use different distillation units.